Hello, this is Mr. Darkmares here to tell you a CD collection video. Normally I don't do CD collection videos, but I've been collecting CDs since around 2021, during for like those times, but I've been collecting CDs for, I've been collecting like heavy metal, thrash metal, death metal, especially some random metal genres like groove, new metal. But for this one, most of those I collect is like, well, I also collect like heavy metal too, but most of it is thrash metal in general, and especially where I got a bunch of death, but most of it is thrash metal, in which I'll be editing some videos as well, and doing like other videos, and do like this one video of some random thrash metal stuff. Well, some random metal collections I got, especially this one video will be the thrash metal ones, in which I got over like almost 60 of thrash metal. Especially for this one. Enough of this, so let's get into it. Metallica Kill 'Em All. I bought this one at FYE for like $15. It's a good purchase. Metallica Rod of Lightning. Bought this at Retroactive. It was one of the first CDs I bought in 2021. Metallica Master of Puppets, same store, along with Rod of Lightning, $20 or $20 each on both. Metallica and Justice for All, $5 at Walmart. Especially these are like doing the big four first, the American thrash, like the other big four and stuff. Slayer Hell Waits Remastered, especially the one that has the back as well. Slayer's Rain Blood, a really good Slayer album, one of those albums I enjoy. Slayer's Seasons in the Abyss, especially those are like the Slayer albums, which I only got right now. Megadeth's Peace Sales, but who's buying? A friend of mine gave that to me. The Slayer albums I got was over at Cheap Thrills only. Megadeth's Rust in Peace, FYE store, clearance sale. Megadeth Icon, FYE store, even though it was on clearance. Anthrax Anthology, a gift for Santa. Now for the American thrash with the big four, well, the other big four, since I did the big four ones: Exodus, Bonded by Blood, reissue, first press. Fabulous Disaster, first press, sought after, even though one of the popular albums by Exodus. Testament, original album series, all 5 albums, which was a gift from Santa. Just like the Anthrax one. Death Angel, Axe Free, I bought that off Amazon. 2X's albums I bought at same store, Cheap Thrills, in Bristol. Overkill, Taking Over, that was a good album. Overkill, Under the Influence, written section. Dark Angel, Darkness Descends, Nuclear Assault, Handle with Care, that's a good one. Forbidden, Twisting the Form, in which I got that one at Cheap Thrills, Dark Angel, and Nuclear Assault, Amazon, Mel Church, Rhythm Section, Toxic, World Circus / Think This, in which I counted, in which is pretty much like a CD pack because it has these two albums right here. My personal favorite is this one. Songs like There Stood a Fence, Spontaneous and Black and White. And last of the American Thrash, Violence, Eternal Nightmare, Digipack. Now, with the classic American Thrash band, there's also new wave of thrash as well, like Lich King, Born of the Bomb, Signed, Autographed, and Independent. Especially, it's pretty much autographed, in which I bought this one over at the Nasty Habits Records. This one at Rhythm Section, and Toxic, Amazon. Did Power Trip, Nightmare Logic, bought that on Amazon. On Amazon, Rhythm Section. I bought Rhythm Section. Warbringer, Woe to the Vanquish, which I bought from over at Rhythm Section 2, along with a Municipal Wasteland Punishment that was back around last month. Warbringer is pretty much like a Christmas gift, along with this one too, back around December as well. Municipal Wasteland Punishment and Electrified Brain back around last month, along with Overkill Taking Over, Mel Church, which is Mel Church as well, and especially along with some other C's too. Now for international thrash, Artillery by Inheritance. That's the only Artillery album that I'll ever have. Corner, No More Color, remastered. Most of the CDs are remasters, so bear with me. Except for Power Trip and Megadeth, and those two Exodus ones. Sepultura, Morbid Visions with Beetle Devastation in the back. Sepultura, Schizophrenia. And Sepultura, Arise. Annihilator, Alice in Hell. Artillery Corner, Amazon, just like Annihilators, Alice in Hell. 3 Sepulturas. Rhythm Section, especially the first 2 last month. Along with 2 Municipal Waste, Overkill, Mel Church, especially for these, gonna mention like the Creator album as well. Well, this one Creator album, especially about like a 3 Creator albums over Rhythm Section and 3 separate years. And now Never Neverland, bought this off of Amazon, and Voivod Synchronicity, bought this off of Amazon, in which I bought the Voivod background last year. Next one It's German thrash. Sodom Bomb Toggle EP album. I bought this one at Rhythm Section. It was the first EP album before the last Rager one. Sodom Persecution Mania remastered with the EP album inside that many people don't know about. It's called Expressive Sodomy, which it's the name of the EP album. Sodom Agent Orange, which I bought it off from Amazon as well, along with this the Destruction CD, which I'm going to mention later. Creator Violent Revolution, I bought this at Rhythm Section. First Creator album I bought, and it's my all-time favorite album, and Creator's my all-time favorite band as of now. Creator, Enemy of God, in which I bought that one at Rhythm Section, along with some other CDs. Violent Revolution 2023, Enemy of God last month, and especially Phantom Antichrist last year, back around August. Love these albums. Destruction, Sins, Death with Infernal Overkill in the back. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Man, Destruction, Mad Butcher, and Eternal Devastation. These are pretty much the Thrash Metal collection. Well, most of the metal collection I have, which is mostly thrash. And then I'm gonna do like a separate video. Well, I'm gonna do like the next part of the video where it has like heavy, bit of hair, bit of death, bit of new and groove as well. Especially like if that's some like only one alternative or something. It's like heavy. And it's actually for like one of those singers that became the horror movie directors of all. So stay tuned off of that. This is Mr. Darkmares to tell you like of this part 2 of the metal collection I have for CD wise. I've been like pretty much been thinking of doing like a metal collection, like a metal CD collection for a few days. I don't know. I was real hesitant at first for it. I don't know how my parents would feel about that, especially if my CDs get stolen or not. But fair warning, I'm keeping these CDs anyway. So sorry for like a fair warning and stuff. But if you're new to the channel, subscribe to my channel and put a like, a comment down below if you like videos like these. Especially for this one, I'm doing like a CD collection as well. Anyways, enough of that to get out of the way forward. Let's start the metal collection, in which I did a thrash metal one off of this one part. This is part 2, which is not about thrash, but heavy, death, and other genres. Especially for these two that are legitimate out of the packet, like Obituary, Frozen in Time. My friend gave that to me along with a packet. There's a bunch of CDs. Although these kind of CDs are pretty much burnt copy ones, but enough about that. Although I put like this one CD that my dad gave me, which I put in the packet. Black Album. Just add with that. Anyways, let's go with the metal collection anyways. Starting with death metal, death scream, bloody gore, that, the Cheap Thrills cost around $17 for that. Death Leprosy. And most recently, Death and Silent Perseverance. The first two Death albums, I bought Cheap Thrills. And Silent Perseverance, Rhythm Section, along with that Creator, Enemy of God, and some other ones I mentioned before. Obituary Incomplete, Cheap Thrills, like the first two Death albums. Morbid Angel, Blessed Are the Sick, Rhythm Section. Morbid Angel, Abominations and Desolation, Cheap Thrills. Even Entomb, Morning Star, Rhythm Section. I know that some metalheads doesn't like this album. Some of those don't like it, some of those that don't. I'm actually one of those actually kind of enjoy that, because I was actually interested in getting that into albums when I heard songs like Eye for an Eye, Chief of Rebel Angel, and Out of Heaven. For this one album, which I put below death metal because it's part of horror stuff, Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe, one of my favorites. Now for hair metal, yes, hair metal. One of the first genres that I got into was hair metal, especially some non-hair metal bands like Ozzy, Def Clark, and Metallica. Hey, the more you know. Def Leppard, Pyromania, $5, along with Metallica. For the Rob Zombie one, Kilgore Trout. Def Leppard, Retroactive. It's a CD that my dad gave me, which that includes like Poison, Talking, and some other ones too, which I then brought out. Def Leppard, Rock of Ages, another one that my dad gave me. White Snake, although it's not rock, although it's not metal, but it's pretty much rock, but I add it anyway because it's more like hair metal to me than anything else. Now for like a range of genres of metal, starting off with heavy metal, Iron Maiden, Number the Beast. I bought that at the Charlotte. Well, at the Walmart in Charlotte. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. Retroactive Store in Myrtle. Judas Priest's Painkiller. FYE Store. Dio, very decent Dio off of one Walmart. Not the one in Charlotte though. Black Sabbath, Mass Reality. Ozzy Osbourne, Ultimate Sin. My dad gave that to me, along with is Ozzy Osbourne Essentials right here, and Black Rain. I bought this one over at the flea market for $2.55. It's a good. It was actually pretty much a good pick. It was a good grab too. $5 for like a deal album that I bought. Now, for these albums I'm going to keep anyway. Also, the very beast of the mean faces of Metallica. Obviously, I could the very beast of Metallica, but The main faces of Metallica, random stuff to it. Although the third CD had Howie Paldiano, Venom, Motorhead, and some other ones. But hey, I actually like that, so I'm keeping it. Especially keeping all those CDs as well. And this is a metal collection as of now, which I'm keeping. If you want me to do more of those metal collection videos, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and don't miss like any kind of video for it. I can also do like short videos too, especially things of like do videos about like metal, like thrash, death, heavy, or any kind of genre. And especially for that, anyways, for that, subscribe, like, comment down below. It helps my channel a lot. If you're a fan to it, subscribe right now. That I mentioned before, time and time again. So this is Mr. Darkmare here to tell you long live metal. I forgot to mention like these two albums right here. One's for groove and one is like new metal. So enough further ado. Korn, Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. Yeah, I pretty much forgot about those two anyway. But anyways, these are pretty much the CD collection right here. So my mistake for getting these two. So anyways, subscribe to the channel, like the video, put a comment, and anyways, this is Mr. Darkmare here to tell you long live metal.